are we? Are we feeling good? I know it's morning and we're all sleepy, but how are we feeling?
Great.
That's nice to hear. Today I'm going to be talking about future and the certainty of it, because we all have a future building within us, but some of us have it clearer than others. Some are figuring it out still, but we need to find out exactly what it is. So let me take you back to ISR Moon 2018. Now, during ISR Moon 2018, I was Chief of Administrative Affairs, and this allowed me to expand upon strengths, abilities, and passions. Now, I was walking down the aisle at the end of the event, and thanks to ISR Moon, I realized what it was that I wanted to do with my future. Future. It's going to be a key word throughout this presentation. Why? Because my purpose standing here is to show each and every one of you that you have something in store, something important. Now, ISR Moon is a congress. It hosts around 700 students from within the state and internationally. So there's students from all over the world, and they pretend to be delegates from the United Nations. Now, this congress allows for people to expand upon their abilities as delegates or as people working behind the scenes, like it did for me. This presentation, I'm going to be talking about strengths, abilities, and passions, which are the three things that I believe can help show you a clearer road towards your future. So starting off with strengths. Some of my strengths include negotiating and debating, and up there you can see some pictures of me doing that. Now, these did not come naturally, I had to develop them, but they were something that I found within myself, and I'm still working on them. So how do these support towards my future? Well, I believe the strengths of negotiating and debating allow me to find a success later on in a field that includes these sorts of strengths. And I'm still developing them. Nonetheless, I think they will be a crucial part of my future. Abilities. Now, within me, I find a strong sense of administration. When I was part of the Secretariat of ISR Moon, I was Chief of Administrative Affairs, meaning I liked backstage, I liked ensuring everyone had food, everyone had chairs, that the lights worked. I liked backstage. Now, these abilities, again, were not natural. I had to develop them. Develop. Another keyword. Why? Because the strengths, abilities, and passions that you find throughout your life, they're not going to come naturally. They're not going to be present. You need to develop such. Now, you do want to find a balance, however. Why? Because you can be good at math, but if you don't like it, you're not going to become a mathematician. So what do you want to balance this with? Well, you'd like to balance it with passions. Something that you like doing. It could be anything, but you need to enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy what you do, you're not going to be happy. You need to pursue a job or pursue a career path, which is going to make you happy, make you feel fulfilled. Now, what exactly is a passion? Well, according to Psychology Today, a passion is the inclination or desire to do something one likes to do or thinks is important to do. Now, I personally feel this way about debating. How come? Because I think debating is important not only for the world and myself, but for society. I believe that I have an impact in society which helps contribute to current world issues being solved, all right? I also like doing it because, as mentioned on my strengths, I believe I'm good at debating, and negotiating. Now, again, these are only being developed, but I like doing them, and I believe they're important to do. Now, these also come with awards and trophies, and I like it. It's fun collecting them and whatnot. But once you have your passion, you need to make sure that your motivation behind it is proper. You shouldn't be motivated by trophies and certificates and whatnot. You should be motivated because you believe it is something important to do, something that you are actually passionate about. Now, once you recollect your strengths, abilities, and passions, what do they lead up to? Well, for me, they led up to me wanting to be a lawyer. Once ISR Moon ended, I realized such. I wanted to be a lawyer, so, I mean, the fifth graders sounded fun. I also realized I wanted to administrate a business. It could be small or big, I put big examples there. But I realized that administrative abilities within me, they had to be used somehow. And it is something that I do enjoy. I like being backstage, so that could be something that I could pursue. Now, once we recollect all of your abilities, strengths, and passions, anything is possible. Truly, once you redirect your strengths, abilities, and passions, anything is. Now, why exactly? Well, once you redirect such, again, strengths, abilities, and passions, towards a future that you are certain about, again, anything will be possible because you are redirecting the three main factors of your life, strengths, abilities, and passions, towards something that you are working for and something that you are passionate. Now, I'd like to ask you the same question that I did at the beginning of the presentation. Do you have a certain future? Thank you.